as the daylight gently softens and the world outside begins its slow descent into evening quiet, painting the western sky with hues of gentle rose and deep lavender. Let us turn our thoughts inward, towards the most profound and intimate story ever written, the story of you. Not the tales you tell or the memories you consciously hold, but the deeper, more ancient narrative woven into the very fabric of your being. Imagine this story not as a fleeting whisper on the wind, but as a vast, silent book, meticulously penned over countless generations, carried within the quiet chambers of your own cells. Each of us is a unique and intricate tapestry, a living, breathing testament to a lineage stretching back through time, through parents, grandparents, and ancestors so distant their names are lost to memory. Yet their essence whispers within your very core. This incredible, unbroken chain of life finds its most detailed expression in your DNA, the remarkable molecule that acts as the comprehensive instruction manual for your existence. Think of your DNA as this very book of life, a sprawling, incredibly long manuscript bound within the nucleus of nearly every cell in your body. It is a library of blueprints, a compendium of recipes, a silent symphony of codes that orchestrate your growth, your form, your very capacity to think, feel, and dream. Feel, for a moment, the comforting warmth of your own hand resting softly. Every cell in that hand, countless millions of them, contains a complete copy of this personal book. It holds the instructions for the curve of your fingertips, the color of your eyes, the way your heart rhythmically beats, even the subtle patterns of your thought. This blueprint is not something you actively create. It is a precious inheritance, a gift passed down through the ages, meticulously copied and safeguarded with each new generation. It speaks of a deep, unseen connection to all who came before you, a quiet river of genetic information flowing ceaselessly through time, carrying the legacy of countless lives. The sheer length and complexity of this genetic book are truly astonishing, stretching far beyond what our conscious minds can readily grasp. If you were to uncoil all the DNA from just one of your cells and stretch it out, it would extend for about 6 feet. Now multiply that by the trillions of cells in your body, and you begin to fathom the immense volume of information quietly held within you. It's like an ancient scroll, rolled out to an unimaginable length, covered in tiny, intricate script. Yet, despite its vastness, this book is compactly folded and stored with exquisite precision, silently waiting to be read and expressed as needed. Guided by the internal wisdom of your biology, within this grand manuscript, certain sections are incredibly well defined and clearly understood. These are the genes, the specific sequences of DNA that contain the precise instructions for building proteins, the molecular workhorses that carry out almost all the functions of your body. Think of these genes as the main chapters of your book, the explicit recipes for constructing the vital components of your being, the enzymes that help you digest food, the structural proteins that form your hair and skin, the signaling molecules that allow your brain to communicate. They are the clear, unambiguous stories, meticulously followed to ensure the proper functioning of your magnificent, living form. But as with any vast and ancient text, not every page is filled with clear, explicit narrative. Not every chapter tells a straightforward story of construction and function. There are vast stretches that, to our current understanding, appear to be empty spaces, silent pauses between the bustling chapters, or perhaps even faded, illegible script whose meaning has been lost to the mists of time. These are the realms of non-coding DNA, sometimes colloquially referred to as junk DNA, a term we will gently reconsider as we delve deeper. For now, let us imagine them as the quiet, less understood passages in your book of life, waiting patiently for their whispers to be understood. This notion that your foundational blueprint contains such vast, silent sections can be profoundly intriguing. It invites a sense of gentle mystery, a quiet curiosity about what lies hidden within these unexplored territories of your own being. It reminds us that even the most seemingly complete narratives often contain untold stories, hidden depths, and layers of meaning that reveal themselves only to patient, contemplative observation. Your DNA, this silent chronicle, is not just a record of what is. It is also a quiet testament to what might be and to what has been in the long, unfolding story of life. The very act of recognizing your DNA as this personal, inherited book can foster a deep sense of grounding and connection. It reminds you that you are not merely an isolated individual, but a vibrant thread woven into an immense ancient tapestry of life. Every characteristic, every subtle predisposition, every quiet strength within you carries echoes of countless ancestors whose lives, in their own ways, have contributed to the unique story that is yours. This lineage is not a burden, but a gentle embrace, a silent chorus of past lives whispering their continued existence within your very cells. Consider the patient work of a family historian, meticulously sifting through old letters, faded photographs, and dusty records. They are piecing together the story of a family, understanding its origins, its journeys, its transformations. Your DNA is like the most complete, most ancient family record imaginable, waiting patiently within you to be read and understood. It offers glimpses into the deep past, hints of struggles endured, adaptations embraced, and pathways navigated by those who came before you. It is a silent chronicle of resilience, a testament to the enduring power of life to persist and evolve through countless ages. This deep, internal connection to your genetic heritage, this quiet awareness of the ancient story etched within your cells, can bring a profound sense of inner peace and acceptance. It reminds you that you are a product of billions of years of cosmic and biological evolution, a culmination of an unimaginably long and intricate process. There is a deep comfort in knowing that the fundamental instructions for your being are robust, time-tested, and profoundly resilient. This trust in your own intrinsic blueprint can allow you to release anxieties, to let go of the need to understand every detail, and simply to be cradled by the unwavering wisdom of your own genetic code. So, as the last light of day fades and the gentle quiet deepens, allow your mind to rest with the image of your own DNA as a vast, ancient, and endlessly fascinating book. Feel its silent presence within you, its intricate script holding the story of your past, the blueprint of your present, and the whispers of your future. Embrace the mystery of its unopened pages, the wisdom of its clear narratives, and the profound connection it offers to all of life. Let this sense of deep, personal story, quietly unfolding within your very cells, guide you gently towards a peaceful and utterly restorative sleep, a profound rest that allows your inner book to continue its silent, timeless journey. As we continue to gently explore the quiet chambers of your own personal book of life, your DNA, having acknowledged its immense presence and profound historical whispers, let us now turn our gaze to its intricate, exquisite architecture. Imagine this grand manuscript not as a flat, static page, but as a beautifully twisted ladder, spiraling upwards into unseen realms, each rung and each side precisely placed, forming the very essence of its remarkable structure. This iconic form is the double helix, a masterpiece of molecular design that quietly orchestrates life itself. Think of a delicately woven braid, long and impossibly fine, yet incredibly strong. Your DNA is like this, formed by two long strands, each composed of repeating chemical units, gently intertwined around each other. These strands are the two backbone ribbons of our spiraling ladder, providing the structural integrity and graceful form. They are made of alternating sugar and phosphate molecules, patiently linked together in a long, unbroken chain, a silent testament to biochemical elegance. This foundational structure is universally conserved across all life forms, a profound shared blueprint that connects every living whisper on our planet. The true magic, however, lies in the rungs of this ladder. These rungs are formed by pairs of smaller, distinct chemical units called nucleotides, often referred to as the letters of the genetic alphabet. There are only 4 such letters: adenine A, thymine T, guanine G, and cytosine C. But in their pairing, they follow a simple, yet utterly unbreakable rule. Adenine always, without fail, pairs with thymine, and guanine always pairs with cytosine. It's like a cosmic dance partner rule, where A always seeks T, and G always finds C, ensuring perfect harmony and precise matching across the two strands. This faithful pairing is the secret to DNA's ability to copy itself flawlessly, perpetuating the story of life through countless generations. These paired letters form the very words and sentences of your genetic book. Specific sequences of these letters, arranged in precise orders, form what we know as genes. These genes are the main stories or the clear construction manuals within your DNA. Each gene contains the explicit instructions, the meticulous recipe for building a specific protein. Proteins are the tireless, versatile workers of your body. They are the enzymes that help you digest food, the structural components that give shape to your hair and skin, the messengers that allow your cells to communicate, and the tiny machines that carry oxygen in your blood. Imagine a master carpenter's workshop filled with countless intricate blueprints. Each blueprint, though distinct, is drawn with meticulous precision, providing exact instructions for building a specific component of a grand structure. Your genes are like these blueprints, each one a perfectly rendered design for a particular protein. The process of reading these blueprints and assembling the proteins is called gene expression, a complex yet incredibly quiet and efficient series of steps that unfolds continuously within your cells, transforming coded information into living function. The beauty of this system lies in its simplicity, leading to immense complexity. With just 4 letters arranged in sequences of varying lengths, the DNA molecule can encode the instructions for every single protein needed to build and operate the magnificent complexity of a human being, a towering oak tree, or a microscopic bacterium. It's like a vast, silent library constructed from only 4 types of bricks, yet capable of housing an infinite number of stories, each one unique and profound. This fundamental elegance, this efficient coding, is a silent marvel of natural engineering, allowing life to flourish in boundless forms. This intricate architecture operates with unwavering precision. When a cell divides, each new cell receives a virtually identical copy of this vast genetic book. The double helix gently unzips, like a zipper slowly opening, and each separated strand then acts as a template for building a new complementary strand, following those precise AT, GC pairing rules. This remarkable process of DNA replication ensures that the genetic story is faithfully passed down, generation after generation, a continuous whisper of heritage flowing through time, maintaining the integrity of life's blueprint. There are safeguards and repair mechanisms in place, like diligent librarians, ensuring that any accidental typos are corrected, preserving the ancient text. The silence of this process is truly profound. There are no audible clicks or whirs within your cells as DNA is copied or genes are expressed. It is a molecular dance, unfolding with exquisite grace and perfect coordination, driven by the subtle forces of chemistry and physics. This quiet efficiency is a testament to billions of years of evolution, a continuous refinement of life's fundamental machinery, ensuring its smooth, effortless operation beneath the surface of conscious awareness. This internal calm, this inherent order, is a constant, reassuring presence within your very being. Consider the patient, diligent work of a spider weaving its web. Each thread is laid with remarkable precision, each connection made with delicate strength, following an intricate, instinctive pattern. The completed web, fragile yet immensely strong, is a marvel of natural engineering, the visible outcome of an unseen, deeply programmed sequence of actions. Similarly, the double helix of DNA, with its perfectly paired rungs and its elegant spiral, is a masterpiece of molecular architecture, a silent, constantly working loom, weaving the very fabric of life. So, as you rest and prepare for slumber, Allow your mind to gently contemplate the exquisite architecture of your own DNA. Imagine the elegant spiral of the double helix, the perfectly matched pairs of genetic letters forming its rungs, the precise instructions for life held within its genes. Feel the profound sense of order, precision, and silent efficiency that underpins your very existence. Let the knowledge of this internal, intricate beauty soothe your thoughts, reminding you of the unwavering wisdom woven into your being, guiding you gently into a peaceful and utterly restorative sleep. As we gently spiral deeper into the quiet chambers of your DNA, having explored the exquisite architecture of its double helix and the clear, vital instructions held within its genes, let us now turn our gaze to the most intriguing and often misunderstood parts of this ancient book, the silent, uncharted territories that make up the vast majority of its pages. These are the realms of non-coding DNA, sometimes called junk DNA, a gentle whisper from science's past that we are now learning to interpret with a new, poetic understanding. Imagine your DNA as a very long, intricate scroll, a timeless narrative unfolding before us. We've admired the beautifully crafted illustrations and the clear, bold prose of its main chapters, the genes which tell the direct stories of how proteins are built, how your body functions, and how life organizes itself. But between these vibrant, well-defined sections, you might notice vast stretches that, at first glance, appear blank or filled with faded, illegible script, their meaning obscured by the mists of countless millennia. These are the non-coding regions, immense stretches of DNA that do not carry the direct instructions for making proteins. They are like the quiet intermissions in a grand symphony, the pauses between movements, or the wide, serene margins of an ancient manuscript, seemingly empty yet profoundly part of the whole. For many years, these vast expanses were indeed considered junk superfluous, evolutionary remnants, perhaps just molecular clutter. The term itself, junk DNA, was a practical label born of a scientific mystery, a recognition that we didn't yet understand their purpose. But just as an archaeologist doesn't discard a seemingly blank fragment of an ancient text, knowing that even the spaces between words can hold clues, so too has our understanding of non-coding DNA begun its gentle transformation. We now perceive these regions not as mere waste, but as potential reservoirs of subtle wisdom, quiet custodians of functions we are only just beginning to decipher. Think of a vast, tranquil library, filled with countless books. Most of them are familiar, their titles clear, their contents well cataloged. But imagine that between these well-known volumes, there are long, silent shelves filled with mysterious, unbound manuscripts. Their pages perhaps unbound or written in a language yet to be fully translated. These are the non-coding regions immensely abundant, making up perhaps 98% of the human genome. They invite a sense of gentle mystery, prompting a quiet curiosity about what lies hidden within these unexplored territories of your own being, waiting patiently for their whispers to be understood. These quiet stretches of DNA are far from uniform. They contain many different types of sequences, including repetitive elements, long strings of the same genetic letters repeated over and over, like a cosmic chant or a quiet, persistent hum. Some are remnants of ancient viruses, long since deactivated and woven into our genetic fabric, like fossilized echoes of primordial events. Others are regulatory regions, subtle switches and dials that control when and where genes are turned on or off, acting as unseen maestros guiding the symphony of gene expression, ensuring the right proteins are made at the right time and in the right place, often with exquisite timing. The current understanding, gently unfolding like a delicate blossom, suggests that these silent pages are anything but idle. They act as unseen architects influencing the complex, three-dimensional folding of the DNA molecule itself, ensuring that genes are presented to the cellular machinery in just the right way. They are like the subtle creases in a map, allowing it to fold perfectly and compactly, yet unfold when needed, revealing its full design. They might play roles in protecting the integrity of the genome or in fine-tuning the intricate ballet of gene regulation, acting as quiet conductors that guide the orchestra of life without ever playing a note themselves. This shift in perspective, from junk to mystery, is a profound one. It reveals the humility inherent in true scientific exploration, the gentle acknowledgement that our current understanding is but a tiny island in a vast ocean of knowledge. It invites us to embrace the unknown, not with fear, but with a serene sense of wonder, a quiet appreciation for the depths of complexity that remain to be explored. It's a testament to the fact that even the most seemingly mundane parts of our biological blueprint can hold profound, hidden significance, like a quiet stream that nourishes a hidden grove. Imagine an ancient, quiet garden, where some paths are clearly marked and well-trodden, leading to vibrant flower beds and fruitful trees. These are like our coding genes. But between these paths, there are vast, overgrown sections, perhaps thickets of wild, untamed growth, or quiet clearings that seem to serve no obvious purpose. For a long time, we might have ignored these sections, deeming them unused, but perhaps in their quiet way, they are shaping the microclimate of the garden, harboring unseen creatures, or protecting the delicate ecosystem in ways we are only just beginning to discern. The non-coding DNA is like these quiet, often overlooked in parts of the garden, holding profound, subtle influences. Subtle. The very act of recognizing your DNA as this personal, inherited book containing such vast, silent sections can foster a deep sense of grounding and acceptance. It reminds you that you are a complex, multi-layered being, far beyond what is immediately visible or consciously understood. There is beauty and wisdom, not only in the parts that are clear and functional, but also in the vast, mysterious spaces that hold potential, that bear witness to ancient histories, and that quietly regulate the symphony of your being. This embrace of your own internal mystery can allow you to release anxieties about needing to understand every detail, to let go of the need for perfect clarity, and simply to be cradled by the unwavering, silent wisdom of your own genetic code, accepting all its known and unknown pages. So, as the last light of day fades and the gentle quiet deepens, allow your mind to rest with the image of your own DNA as a vast, ancient, and endlessly fascinating book. Feel its silent presence within you, its intricate script holding the clear stories of your present and the mysterious whispers of your past and future. Embrace the profound stillness of its unopened pages, the subtle wisdom of its unread chapters, and the deep connection it offers to all of life's intricate, quiet mysteries. Let this sense of deep, personal story, quietly unfolding within your very cells, guide you gently towards a peaceful and utterly restorative sleep, a profound rest that allows your inner book to continue its silent, timeless journey, filled with both known narratives and beautiful, awaiting secrets. As we continue to gently spiral deeper into the quiet, often overlooked territories of your DNA, having considered the vast, silent stretches of non-coding regions, we now stumble upon a particularly fascinating and ancient secret embedded within them. Imagine finding, tucked between the well-worn pages of your personal genetic book, faint, almost ethereal traces of ancient visitors, whispers from a distant past that have, over countless generations, become an inseparable part of your very story. These are the endogenous retroviruses, or ERVs, genetic echoes of viruses that, long ago, found a way to quietly weave themselves into the fabric of our ancestors' DNA, becoming a permanent, often silent, part of our shared genetic heritage. Think of an old, beloved family home, passed down through many generations. Over the centuries, various guests, travelers, or even temporary residents might have stayed within its walls. Some left clear marks, a new window, a painted room, a garden path. Others, however, left behind only the faintest of traces of faded inscription on a hidden beam, a forgotten piece of antique lace tucked into a dusty drawer, or a subtle change in the structure of a floorboard, almost imperceptible unless you knew exactly where to look. These tiny, quiet remnants are like the ERVs in our DNA, ancient imprints of viral encounters that occurred with our distant ancestors, so long ago that their initial intrusion has faded into a peaceful, integrated presence. These ancient viral guests, unlike the active, often noisy viruses we encounter today, are no longer capable of causing illness or replicating independently. Their journey into our genome was a one-way street, a profound act of integration that occurred many millions of years ago. A retrovirus in its active form copies its genetic material, RNA, into DNA and then inserts this DNA copy into the host cell's genome. If this insertion happens in the germline cells, the eggs or sperm, then that viral DNA sequence can be passed down from one generation to the next, becoming a permanent, inherited part of the host's genetic blueprint. Over vast spans of evolutionary time, countless mutations accumulate within these inserted viral sequences, rendering them inactive, silencing their original viral instructions, and turning them into fossilized genetic remnants. Imagine a great river, its powerful current carving a new path through an ancient landscape. The initial force of its flow might have been dramatic, reshaping the earth with immense power. But over countless millennia, the river might shift, its course becoming gentler, its original path drying up. What remains is a fossilized riverbed, a subtle indentation in the landscape, bearing witness to a powerful flow that once was. Similarly, the initial infection and integration of an ancient retrovirus into our ancestors' genomes might have been a significant event, a storm in the genetic landscape. But what remains now in your DNA is merely the fossilized riverbed of that ancient viral encounter, a quiet, inactive imprint, no longer a threat but a profound historical marker. The presence of ERVs is astonishingly widespread. They make up a significant portion of our non-coding DNA, those silent pages we explored in the previous chapter. In the human genome alone, ERVs constitute about 8%, meaning that almost 1/10 of your entire genetic instruction book is composed of these ancient viral echoes. This is a profound testament to the long, complex, and often gentle interplay between life forms over immense evolutionary timescales. It shows that even what might seem like an intrusive force can, over time, become a deeply integrated, peaceful part of your genetic inheritance, shedding its disruptive past for a quiet, enduring presence. These ERVs are like ancient artifacts buried deep within the earth of your being. They are not shiny or immediately useful, but they hold immense historical value. Each ERV insertion event is a unique molecular fossil, a precise timestamp of when a particular virus integrated into the genome of one of our ancestors. Because these insertions are rare and essentially permanent, they serve as invaluable markers for tracing evolutionary lineages. If two species share the same ERV insertion at the same location in their genomes, it's strong evidence that they share a common ancestor who experienced that viral integration. It's a silent, undeniable proof of our shared ancient history, gently whispering tales of deep connections across the tree of life. Consider a very old family album, filled with faded photographs. Most of the people are clearly family members, their faces familiar, but perhaps tucked away in a corner. There's a tiny, faded image of a stranger, a distant relative of a friend who stayed for a time long ago. This photograph doesn't belong to the immediate family narrative, but its presence is a quiet testament to a past connection, a brief, forgotten interaction that left a subtle mark. The ERVs are like these old photographs, silent witnesses to fleeting interactions that occurred millions of years ago, now simply part of the family album. No longer active participants, but profound historical observers. The vast majority of ERVs in our DNA are indeed genetically dead. They have accumulated so many mutations over eons that their viral genes are broken and inactive. They are like ancient sleeping giants, their power long since faded, their original instructions garbled beyond recognition. The cellular machinery, with its intricate mechanisms, has also evolved ways to recognize and silence these ancient viral elements, marking them with biochemical tags that prevent their genes from being read or expressed. This cellular silencing is a protective mechanism, a gentle guardian ensuring that these ancient echoes remain peaceful and unreactive, integrating them harmlessly into the genetic landscape, allowing the main stories of your DNA to continue their vital work undisturbed. This profound integration and subsequent silencing of ERVs offers a powerful sense of genetic resilience and adaptation. It shows that life, over immense stretches of time, can absorb what might initially be an external challenge, transforming it into an internal, harmless, and sometimes even beneficial one component. There's a deep comfort in this understanding that your very being carries the echoes of ancient struggles, but that those struggles have long since settled into a peaceful, integrated part of your inherited self, no longer threatening, but merely there, a quiet testament to enduring adaptability. So, as you continue to drift deeper into the comforting embrace of slumber, allow your mind to quietly contemplate these genetic ghosts hiding in your DNA. Imagine these faint, ancient whispers, these subtle imprints of viral encounters from a time almost beyond comprehension. Feel the profound sense of connection to deep time and ancient history that they represent. Knowing that these quiet remnants are part of the vast, unfolding story of life. A story of continuous adaptation and peaceful integration. Let the understanding of these safe, ancient visitors bring a deep sense of security and acceptance to your thoughts. A gentle reassurance that your genetic blueprint, in all its complexity and quiet mystery, is a place of enduring strength and profound, evolving peace, guiding you softly into a tranquil and utterly restorative rest. As we continue to gently trace the ancient whispers embedded within your DNA, having acknowledged the quiet, integrated presence of these genetic echoes from distant viral encounters, let us now contemplate the nature of their original intrusion. Imagine, if you will, a storm from a time almost beyond memory, a vast, energetic event that, though powerful in its moment, has long since settled into a profound and enduring calm. This is how we can gently understand the initial entry of those ancient retroviruses into the genomes of our ancestors. Think of a wild, turbulent river during a distant, long-forgotten season. Its waters might have surged with immense force, reshaping the landscape, carving new pathways through the earth with powerful, rushing currents. Its roar would have been deafening, its presence undeniable. But now, centuries later, that river has found a new course. Its waters flow with a gentle, tranquil murmur, and all that remains of its former fury are the smoothed, ancient riverbeds, subtle indentations in the landscape, bearing witness to a powerful flow that once was. The initial impact was immense, yes, Ima, but its lasting legacy is one of quiet integration and settled peace. Millions of years ago, when these retroviruses first encountered our distant mammalian ancestors, they behaved like active, dynamic entities, seeking to replicate and spread. When a retrovirus infects a cell, it has a unique ability. It copies its genetic material, RNA, into DNA. And then, with remarkable precision, it inserts this newly formed viral DNA into the host cell's own genome. If this insertion happened in an ordinary body cell, it would simply vanish when that cell eventually died. But if, by chance, this viral DNA integrated itself into a germline cell, an egg or a sperm cell, then that viral sequence became a permanent fixture, an inherited part of the host's genetic blueprint, destined to be passed down through every subsequent generation. This initial act of viral integration, particularly into a germline cell, would have been a significant event for that individual ancestor, a storm in their genetic landscape. The viral machinery would have attempted to hijack the cell's processes to make more copies of itself, potentially causing cellular disruption or, in some cases, illness. It was a moment of intense molecular activity, a battle waged on the microscopic stage, where the viral program met the host's defenses. But this struggle, this storm, occurred countless eons ago in the deep, unwritten chapters of evolutionary history. Now, in your DNA, these ancient viral sequences are no longer active, no longer capable of causing any disruption or harm. Over the immense stretches of geological time, countless random mutations have accumulated within their once functional viral genes. These mutations are like gentle, persistent whispers of time, slowly altering the viral code, changing its original instructions until they are broken, garbled, and utterly unreadable by the cell's machinery. The viral program has become corrupted, rendered completely inactive, like an ancient manuscript whose ink has faded beyond recognition. Imagine a great bell that once rang loudly across a valley, its powerful vibrations traveling far and wide. Over centuries, however, its metal slowly eroded, its clapper softened, and its rope frayed, until now, it stands in a quiet, forgotten belfry. It holds the memory of its former resonance, but it is entirely silent, unable to produce even the faintest chime. The active viral genes within an ancient retrovirus are like this bell. Their capacity for sound, for action, has long since been stilled by the patient hand of time and countless transformations. Furthermore, our cells themselves have evolved sophisticated mechanisms to ensure these ancient viral guests remain dormant. They actively silence these sequences, marking them with specific biochemical tags that tell the cellular machinery, do not read this, do not activate this. It's like a diligent librarian placing a do not disturb sign on an ancient, intriguing, but ultimately inactive volume. This cellular silencing ensures that these ancient echoes remain peaceful and unreactive, perfectly integrated and harmlessly woven into the intricate tapestry of your genetic landscape, allowing the main, vital stories of your DNA to continue their crucial work undisturbed, without any interference from these distant memories. This profound integration and subsequent silencing of ERVs offers a powerful sense of genetic resilience and adaptation. It shows that life, over immense stretches of time, possesses an astonishing capacity to absorb what might initially be an external challenge, a powerful intrusion, and to transform it into an internal, harmless, and sometimes even beneficial component of its own blueprint. There's a deep comfort in this understanding that your very being carries the echoes of ancient struggles, but that those struggles have long since settled into a peaceful, integrated part of your inherited self. They are no longer threatening, no longer disruptive, but merely there, a quiet testament to enduring adaptability, a profound sign of life's capacity to find balance even after great events. So, as you continue to drift deeper into the comforting embrace of slumber, allow your mind to quietly contemplate these ancient storms that have long passed, leaving behind only the gentlest of traces in your DNA. Imagine the powerful, yet now silent, echoes of those distant viral encounters. Feel the profound sense of safety and enduring peace that comes from knowing that these once active presences are now completely dormant, integrated, and harmless. Let the understanding of these safe, ancient visitors who have become a quiet, integrated part of your being bring a deep sense of security and profound acceptance to your thoughts, a gentle reassurance that your genetic blueprint, in all its complexity and quiet mystery, is a place of enduring strength, deep resilience, and profound, evolving peace, guiding you softly into a tranquil and utterly restorative rest. As we continue to gently trace the ancient whispers embedded within your DNA, having contemplated the profound, settled peace that followed the storms of ancient viral encounters, let us now turn our minds to a truly wondrous and often overlooked aspect of these genetic echoes. For what was once considered a mere relic, a quiet fossil of a long-past intrusion, is now revealing its subtle, surprising purpose. Some of these endogenous retroviruses ERVs, those genetic guests from ancient times, are now understood to play astonishing roles, transforming from unwelcome visitors into silent gatekeepers, or even unseen weavers within the very tapestry of life. Imagine a vast, ancient estate passed down through countless generations. Within its sprawling grounds, there are grand, well-maintained pathways leading to vibrant gardens and bustling workshops. But tucked away, in a less frequented corner, lies a forgotten, overgrown pathway, once perhaps used by intruders, now seemingly dormant. For centuries, this path was merely a curious, silent remnant. Yet, with patient observation, one might discover that this seemingly inactive path now subtly directs the flow of underground water to nourish a hidden grove, or provides a quiet, secluded route for delicate, beneficial creatures, unknowingly contributing to the estate's overall health and balance. Some of our ancient viral DNA, the ERVs, are much like this, transformed from their original disruptive purpose into subtle, integrated helpers, silently serving the grand design of the genome. For a long time, the sheer abundance of ERVs in our DNA, making up nearly 8% of the human genome, was perplexing if they were merely inert junk. But the gentle, persistent light of scientific inquiry has begun to illuminate their hidden functions. Researchers are slowly, meticulously uncovering evidence that some ERVs have been co-opted or repurposed by our host genomes over evolutionary time. They've shed their original viral instructions, but their very sequences, their quiet structural elements, have been put to new, often beneficial, uses. Consider the role of gene regulation. Genes, those clear chapters in your DNA, aren't always on. Their expression, the process of turning their instructions into proteins, is tightly controlled, like a grand orchestra where each instrument plays only when its specific cue arrives. It turns out that some ERVs contain regulatory sequences, sections of DNA that act like subtle switches, dimmers, or amplifiers for nearby genes. Imagine them as tiny, unseen conductors, quietly waving their batons, influencing when and where certain genes are activated or silenced. They don't create the music themselves, but they profoundly influence its timing, its volume, and its delicate expression. This means that these ancient viral sequences can play a role in orchestrating the complex ballet of gene activity, ensuring that the right proteins are made in the right cells at the right time, with exquisite precision. One of the most remarkable examples of an ERV's beneficial integration is seen in the development of the placenta in mammals. A specific ERV sequence, originally from a virus that integrated millions of years ago, evolved to produce a protein called syncytin. This protein plays a crucial role in forming the syncytiotrophoblaст layer of the placenta, the protective barrier that facilitates nutrient exchange between mother and fetus while preventing the mother's immune system from attacking the developing baby. Without this ancient viral gift, placental mammals, including ourselves, might not exist in our current form. It's a profound testament to nature's ability to repurpose even an ancient intruder into a life-sustaining guardian, a silent, essential architect of new life. Think of a master weaver who, encountering a unique thread in their workshop, perhaps one accidentally left behind by a previous craftsperson, doesn't discard it. Instead, they find a way to incorporate it into their current design, weaving it into the fabric in a new, unexpected, and perhaps even strengthening way. The ERV, once an external thread, was woven into the fabric of our genome, and over immense time, some of these threads were given new vital purposes, contributing to the strength and beauty of the genetic tapestry. This quiet act of repurposing reveals the profound efficiency of evolution, allowing nothing to truly go to waste. Furthermore, some ERV sequences have been implicated in providing protection against current viral infections. While their own viral machinery is broken, parts of their old code or the cellular mechanisms that silence them might contribute to a general antiviral defense, like an ancient watchtower, no longer actively engaged in battle, but whose very presence and structure still subtly deter potential new threats. This is a quiet, enduring form of inherited immunity, a legacy of past struggles that contributes to present resilience, a silent guardian against unseen dangers. The ability of some ERVs to act as catalysts for evolution is another gently unfolding revelation. By inserting themselves into new locations within the genome, they could, in very rare instances, subtly alter gene regulation or even provide new genetic raw material for evolution to tinker with. Imagine a long, winding river that occasionally changes its course, perhaps creating a new oxbow lake or subtly altering the landscape. These changes, though seemingly small in the grand scheme, can create new niches, new opportunities for life to adapt and diversify. ERVs, in their ancient integrations, have played such a role, gently nudging the evolutionary river towards new, unforeseen pathways, contributing to the rich diversity of life we see today. This understanding of ERVs as potential benefactors, rather than mere junk, embodies a profound shift in our scientific poetry. It transforms areas of seeming emptiness into reservoirs of hidden potential, a testament to the genome's capacity for ingenuity and its long, patient history of adaptation. It suggests that even the parts of ourselves we don't fully understand, or that seem like odd historical footnotes, might harbor deep, subtle purposes, contributing to the intricate dance of our existence in ways we are only just beginning to appreciate. So, as you continue to drift deeper into the comforting embrace of slumber, allow your mind to quietly contemplate these silent gatekeepers and unseen weavers within your DNA. Imagine these ancient viral echoes, once considered mere remnants, now performing subtle, vital roles in the grand symphony of your being, from shaping life's crucial processes to guarding against unseen threats. Feel the profound sense of interconnectedness and repurposed wisdom that these genetic elements represent. Let the understanding that even the ghosts of your past contribute to your present well-being bring a deep sense of security and acceptance to your thoughts. A gentle reassurance that your genetic blueprint, in all its complexity and quiet mystery, is a place of enduring strength, profound resilience, and beautiful, evolving purpose, guiding you softly into a tranquil and utterly restorative rest. As we continue to gently trace the ancient whispers embedded within your DNA, having contemplated the surprising, repurposed roles of some genetic echoes, let us now turn to another profound and deeply poetic aspect of these endogenous retroviruses ERVs. They are not merely silent helpers or inactive remnants. They are also living echoes of our ancestry, ancient markers etched into the very fabric of our being, whispering tales of evolution, adaptation, and the shared journey of life across immense spans of time. Imagine a vast, ancient family album, not filled with brittle photographs and yellowed newspaper clippings, but composed of the very essence of life itself, passed down through countless generations. Most of its pages are filled with the familiar, beloved faces of direct lineage, the clear inheritance from your immediate family, but tucked away in unexpected corners. Perhaps on faded, almost translucent pages, you might find tiny, intricate glyphs or subtle, unexpected patterns. These are like the ERV's distinct, indelible markers left behind by events that occurred in the lives of ancestors so distant, they predate the very concept of human memory. Yet their subtle imprints remain, undeniable proof of a shared, ancient past. Every time an ERV successfully integrated into the germline DNA of an ancient ancestor, an egg or sperm cell, that specific insertion event created a unique molecular fossil. Think of it as a cosmic timestamp, permanently etched into the genetic code. This timestamp marks not only when a particular viral lineage encountered our ancestral line, but also where it precisely landed within the vast expanse of the genome. Once inserted, these ERVs are almost never removed cleanly. They are passed down, faithfully copied, from one generation to the next, becoming a shared genetic legacy for all descendants of that original ancestor. This property makes ERVs incredibly powerful tools for understanding the deep history of life. If two different species, say humans and chimpanzees, share the exact same ERV insertion at the identical location in their vast genomes. It provides compelling, almost irrefutable evidence that they both inherited that specific viral remnant from a common ancestor. It's like finding the same unique hand-stitched patch on two very old, different-looking quilts. The patch isn't part of the original quilt design, but its presence on both tells a silent story of a shared, older origin, connecting the two distinct pieces to a single, common past. This shared inheritance of ERVs forms a quiet, undeniable confirmation of evolutionary relationships. Knitting together the diverse branches of the tree of life, consider the slow, patient carving of a vast canyon by an ancient river. Over millions of years, the river cuts deeper, exposing layers of rock that tell the story of Earth's geological past. Each distinct layer reveals a different era, a different set of conditions, a different chapter in the planet's history. Similarly, the successive insertions of different ERVs over deep evolutionary time create distinct layers in our genome. Each layer, each new ERV, marks a specific point in the timeline of our lineage, providing a molecular stratigraphy that whispers about the environmental pressures, viral challenges, and evolutionary pathways our ancestors navigated. It's a silent, living chronicle of deep time. The sheer number of ERVs in our genome, that's striking 8% of your entire DNA, is a profound testament to the long, intricate, and often turbulent journey of life on Earth. It reveals that viral infections, far from being just modern afflictions, have been an ancient, persistent force in evolution, shaping genomes not just through destruction, but also through integration and subtle, long-term influence. It's a whisper from the past, reminding us that even the smallest unseen entities can have profound, lasting impacts on the grand narrative of life. These genetic echoes are not scary. They are evidence of our ancestors' resilience, their ability to survive and incorporate challenges into their very being, adapting and evolving with quiet grace. Imagine standing on a vast, silent plain, stretching to the distant, hazy horizon. You find scattered across it countless unique pebbles, each one dropped at a precise moment in history by a passing traveler. Each pebble is distinct, marking a specific journey, a specific encounter. The collective pattern of these pebbles tells a story of vast migrations, of ancient pathways, of the long, slow movement of life across the landscape. The ERVs in our DNA are like these pebbles, individually distinct, collectively painting a vast, unseen map of our evolutionary journey, tracing our lineage back to its primordial origins, connecting us to the earliest whispers of life. This recognition of ERVs as time capsules within our very cells brings a deep sense of cosmic belonging. It reminds us that our personal story is inextricably interwoven with the grand narrative of all life, a continuous thread stretching back to the dawn of biological existence. We carry within us the genetic echoes of ancient fish that swam in primordial seas, of early amphibians that tentatively explored land, of ancient mammals that survived vast environmental changes. This profound continuity, this unbroken chain of inheritance, offers a powerful sense of rootedness and a quiet understanding of our place in the vast, flowing river of evolution. The presence of these ancient viral elements in our DNA also underscores life's astonishing adaptability. What began as an external intrusion, a viral challenge, eventually became integrated, rendered harmless, and in some cases even repurposed for beneficial functions, as we explored in the previous chapter. This quiet triumph of integration over eradication is a profound lesson in resilience. It speaks to a deep, inherent wisdom within the biological systems, a capacity to absorb, transform, and incorporate challenges into its ongoing design. It's a silent reassurance that even the most unexpected paths can lead to enduring strength and new forms of beauty. So, as you continue to drift deeper into the comforting embrace of slumber, allow your mind to quietly contemplate these whispers of ancestry hidden within your DNA. Imagine these ancient, viral echoes as faint yet powerful, markers of your evolutionary journey, connecting you to a lineage that spans billions of years. Feel the profound sense of deep time, shared history, and quiet resilience that they represent. Let the understanding that your very being is a living, breathing chronicle of life's vast, continuous adaptation bring a boundless sense of security and acceptance to your thoughts. A gentle reassurance that you are part of an immense unfolding story of enduring strength and profound, evolving peace, guiding you softly into a tranquil and utterly restorative rest. As we continue our gentle descent into the quiet, ancient archives within your DNA, having explored the profound whispers of your ancestry carried by endogenous retroviruses, let us now turn our attention to how these once active viral echoes have, for the most part, been gently lulled into a deep slumber. Imagine your genome not just as a book of active stories, but also as a vast, serene landscape containing forgotten groves and silent, ancient mountains, where old energies have been quietly put to rest, ensuring the harmonious flow of your being. Think of an ancient, sprawling garden that has been carefully tended over centuries. While some areas are vibrant with new blooms and bustling with activity, other sections, perhaps in a secluded corner or on a gentle slope, have been intentionally set aside for quiet repose. Here, certain plants, once wild and spreading, have been gently pruned and hushed, their growth contained, their seeds prevented from scattering wildly. They are not removed entirely, but rather integrated into the landscape as peaceful, yet dormant features, adding to the garden's overall tranquility. This is much like how your cells quietly manage the vast majority of ERVs. They are not eradicated, but silenced and put to sleep, their potential for disruption effectively neutralized. The sophisticated machinery within your cells, tirelessly working to maintain the order and integrity of your genetic blueprint, has developed intricate mechanisms to achieve this profound silencing. It's like a diligent librarian meticulously scanning every new page that enters the vast genetic library. When an ERV sequence, a remnant of an ancient viral integration, is detected, the cellular machinery recognizes it as a sequence that needs to be kept quiet. It then applies specific biochemical tags or marks to the DNA itself, often in the form of chemical modifications like methylation. These tags act like silent, invisible do not disturb signs, Monmar, or gentle locks, placed directly onto the ERV's genetic code. They tell the cell's reading machinery, do not read this section, do not activate these instructions, let them sleep. This process ensures that the vast majority of these ancient viral genes remain dormant and inactive. They are still physically present, permanently embedded in your DNA, but their instructions are effectively unreadable by the cell. It's as if the ink on those ancient pages has faded entirely, or the language has become so garbled by accumulated mutations that the cellular machinery simply cannot interpret it. The original viral song has become a silent melody, its instruments unstrung, its notes unplayable. This profound silencing is a testament to the host genome's remarkable ability to protect itself, to integrate and neutralize potential challenges over immense evolutionary timescales, turning what was once a dynamic intruder into a quiet, integrated part of its own heritage. Consider a powerful, ancient river that once roared through a valley, reshaping the land with its immense force. Over countless eons, however, its course was subtly diverted, its main channel gradually filled with sediment, and its waters found a new, gentler path. What remains of the original tumultuous river is a dry, fossilized riverbed, its contours still visible, a profound scar on the landscape, but utterly quiet and still. It no longer carries a raging current. It simply exists as a geological feature, a peaceful testament to a past power that has long been contained. The silenced ERVs are like these ancient riverbeds within your genome, their original, active flow stilled, their presence now merely a topographical feature of your genetic landscape, a silent memory of a long-past torrent. This cellular silencing is not a haphazard process. It is a highly regulated and beautifully orchestrated defense mechanism. It often involves a coordinated effort by various cellular components, working together like a team of meticulous caretakers ensuring that everything in the genetic garden is in its proper place and behaving as it should. This constant, quiet vigilance ensures that the active, functional genes of your DNA can perform their vital roles undisturbed, without interference from these ancient, inactivated viral passengers. This deep internal order provides a profound sense of biological security, a quiet reassurance that your body's inherent wisdom is always working to maintain balance and peace. The concept of a genome containing such vast, sleeping regions offers a unique perspective on the nature of biological evolution. It suggests that our DNA is not just a streamlined, perfectly optimized instruction manual, but also a living archive of history, a repository of past encounters and successful adaptations. It carries the marks of ancient battles, the scars of viral intrusions, but also the triumph of integration and the wisdom of silencing. These forgotten forests, or sleeping mountains within your genome, are not dead weight. They are part of a profound, ongoing story of resilience and molecular evolution, a silent testament to the enduring power of life to adapt and integrate. Imagine a deep, ancient cavern, its echoing chambers filled with profound stillness. Within this cavern, there might be traces of long-extinct creatures, their fossilized remains preserved in the rock, telling tales of a primordial world. These fossils are not threatening. They are simply records of a distant past, beautiful reminders of life that once was, now quiet and integrated into the very structure of the Earth. The silenced ERVs are like these genetic fossils, providing glimpses into the deep history of your lineage, revealing how your ancestors navigated and survived the challenges of their own ancient ecosystems, and how their bodies subtly adapted, incorporating these challenges into their very being. So, as you continue to drift deeper into the comforting embrace of slumber, allow your mind to quietly contemplate these silent, sleeping components within your DNA. Imagine your genome as a vast, serene landscape, containing both vibrant, active pathways and peaceful, forgotten groves where ancient energies have been gently laid to rest. Feel the profound sense of security and deep quiet that comes from knowing that your body possesses such intricate and effective mechanisms for silencing, for ensuring that every part of your being, even the oldest echoes, exists in profound harmony and peace. Let the understanding of this inherent, gentle control bring a boundless sense of acceptance and inner calm to your thoughts. A gentle reassurance that your genetic blueprint, in all its known and mysterious parts, is a place of enduring strength, quiet order, and profound, evolving peace, guiding you softly into a tranquil and utterly restorative rest. As we continue our gentle descent into the quiet, ancient archives within your DNA, having explored the profound whispers of your ancestry and the serene wisdom of how ancient viral echoes have been put to slumber, we now turn to a final, fascinating truth about these hidden elements. Even though the vast majority of these genetic ghosts are peacefully dormant, the realms of science occasionally glimpse a flicker, a subtle awakening, suggesting a potential still held in the shadows, a quiet power that might, under specific circumstances, be gently stirred. This is a profound mystery, a whisper of hidden capabilities that continues to inspire gentle curiosity and patient exploration. Imagine a vast, ancient forest stretching beyond the reach of human footsteps, where most of the life thrives in well-known clearings and along familiar paths. But deep within this forest, far from the bustling light, there might exist secluded, forgotten groves, where certain ancient seeds lie buried in the cool earth. For centuries, these seeds have rested, utterly still, holding within them the dormant blueprint for magnificent, unique trees, their potential locked away in a deep slumber. This is akin to the vast silent reserves of your non-coding DNA, including some of those ancient viral sequences, a treasury of waiting potential, a genetic promise held in profound stillness, patiently awaiting the rare, precise conditions that might call it forth. While we've emphasized the remarkable effectiveness of cellular silencing mechanisms in keeping most ERVs dormant, the universe, in its intricate wisdom, sometimes allows for subtle exceptions. In very rare instances, or under specific, unusual cellular conditions, some of these ancient, seemingly inactive viral sequences can experience a reawakening. This is not a chaotic burst, but often a subtle tremor, a gentle stir from their deep slumber. This awakening doesn't mean the old virus suddenly becomes active again and causes illness. Rather, it means that parts of its ancient code might be read by the cell, or its presence might subtly influence nearby genetic activity in ways we are only just beginning to comprehend. Think of a beautiful, ancient music box whose intricate mechanism has been silent for decades, its melody long forgotten. Most of its gears are rusted, its springs brittle, but perhaps very occasionally, with a gentle tilt or a precise, subtle change in the air, a single clear note might ring out, or a tiny, forgotten gear might briefly turn, hinting at the complex melody it once played. These fleeting moments are not a return to its full, active song, but a whisper of its former potential, a reminder of the intricate beauty still held within its silent mechanism. The subtle awakenings of ERVs are like these quiet, fleeting echoes, hinting at capabilities that have been slumbering for eons. The study of these rare awakenings is a quiet, fascinating area of scientific exploration. Researchers are patiently trying to understand what subtle cues and what gentle environmental shifts within the cell might cause these ancient sequences to stir. They are like gentle detectives, piecing together clues from vast genomic landscapes, seeking to understand the intricate conditions that allow these long dormant echoes to briefly resonate. This pursuit is not driven by alarm, but by a deep curiosity about the full spectrum of our genetic inheritance and the nuanced ways it interacts with the living cell. Sometimes, the subtle activation of an ERV might be linked to certain biological processes or even disease states. For instance, some research quietly suggests that the partial activation of certain ERV sequences could play a role in the development or progression of certain conditions. Perhaps by subtly influencing the expression of neighboring genes or by triggering a gentle, internal cellular response. This doesn't mean the ERV itself is directly causing harm, but rather that its ancient presence, but when subtly stirred, might interact with other cellular pathways in complex ways. It's like a dormant volcano, not erupting violently, but perhaps emitting a faint wisp of steam, signaling a subtle internal shift that changes the local landscape. This exploration into the potential roles of awakened ERVs offers a profound reminder of the layers of complexity within our own biology. It tells us that even the parts of our DNA that seem most inactive, most forgotten, might still hold subtle influences, like deeply buried streams that occasionally rise to the surface, gently affecting the terrain above. It's a testament to the fact that the genome is not a static blueprint, but a dynamic, evolving archive, constantly interacting with its environment in nuanced and surprising ways. This gentle dynamism within our very being is a source of continuous wonder. Imagine a vast, deep ocean, its surface calm and known, but its depths filled with unexplored caverns and hidden currents. Most of these remain undisturbed, their secrets held in profound stillness. But occasionally, a tiny, unseen tremor might cause a small shift, revealing a new passage, or stirring a long, dormant flow of water. The potential for discovery within these hidden parts is immense, promising new insights into the ocean's vast, intricate life. The unexplored potential of ERVs is like these hidden currents and caverns within your genetic ocean, holding profound, quiet secrets waiting for their gentle unveiling. This journey into the subtle potential of seemingly inactive genetic elements brings a powerful sense of wonder and humility. It reminds us that our understanding of life is always unfolding, always revealing new layers of complexity and unexpected purpose. It encourages us to approach the unseen, the quiet, and the seemingly junk parts of ourselves and the world with a gentle, open mind, knowing that even in the deepest shadows, there might lie profound wisdom or untapped potential, patiently waiting to be gently noticed. So, as you continue to drift deeper into the comforting embrace of slumber, allow your mind to quietly contemplate the boundless potential that might still be waiting in the shadows of your own DNA. Imagine those ancient echoes, mostly sleeping soundly, but holding within them a quiet whisper of possibility, a subtle readiness to stir under the right, gentle conditions. Feel the profound sense of mystery, wonder, and inherent potential that these genetic elements represent. Let the understanding that even the forgotten parts of your being might hold such subtle power bring a deep sense of security and acceptance to your thoughts. A gentle reassurance that your genetic blueprint, in all its known, unknown, and quietly waiting aspects, is a place of enduring strength, profound resilience, and boundless night evolving possibility, guiding you softly into a tranquil and utterly restorative rest. And so, our long, gentle journey through the intricate, quiet landscapes of your DNA now reaches its peaceful conclusion. We have wandered through the familiar narratives of your personal genetic book, explored the exquisite architecture of its double helix, and softly touched upon the vast, silent stretches of non-coding DNA. We've discovered the ancient whispers of endogenous retroviruses, contemplating the profound peace that followed their distant, stormy intrusions, and marveled at their surprising transformations into silent helpers and ancestral markers. We've even considered the subtle, hidden potential that still sleeps within these genetic shadows. Now, as the final echoes of this deep biological exploration settle softly around us, let us gather these intricate ideas and weave them into a single, encompassing, comforting thought, inviting you, with profound tenderness, into the ultimate embrace of sleep. Imagine your entire being, from the conscious thoughts that flicker like fireflies to the deepest, most ancient genetic codes humming within your cells, as a vast, serene landscape. Your DNA, this miraculous molecule, is indeed a complex and endlessly fascinating book. It holds clear, vibrant chapters that meticulously detail the construction of every protein, the subtle dance of every cellular process, the very blueprint of your physical form. These are the narratives you live every day, the visible expressions of your genetic inheritance, ensuring your heart beats, your lungs breathe, and your mind engages with the world. They are a testament to the profound order and intricate design that underpins your very existence, a silent symphony of life playing out continuously. But our journey has also revealed that this book is far more than just its clear, active narratives. It contains vast, mysterious sections, those quiet, non-coding regions, sometimes called junk, but now understood as realms of hidden depth and subtle influence. And within these silent expanses lie the genetic ghosts, the endogenous retroviruses. They are the faint, ancient whispers of viral encounters from millions of years ago, the remnants of distant storms that have long since passed, leaving behind only the gentlest of traces. These once active presences are now, for the most part, peacefully dormant, having been diligently lulled to sleep by the intricate, watchful mechanisms within your cells. They are like ancient, sleeping mountains within your genetic landscape, their formidable past transformed into a serene, integrated presence, causing no harm, demanding no energy. The presence of these genetic ghosts is not a cause for alarm or disquiet. Far from it. Instead, it is a profound testament to the resilience and enduring adaptability of life itself. It shows that your lineage, stretching back through countless generations, has faced and overcome myriad challenges, absorbing even intrusive elements and transforming them into harmless, or even beneficial parts of its own ongoing story. Your DNA is a living, breathing archive of this incredible journey, a silent chronicle of survival, transformation, and ultimate integration. You carry within you the quiet wisdom of deep time, the echoes of struggles that have long since settled into a profound, inherited peace. This understanding brings a deep sense of biological security, a quiet reassurance that the very fabric of your being is built upon millennia of successful adaptation. Moreover, our exploration has gently hinted at the boundless potential that still sleeps within these hidden genetic realms. Even in their dormancy, some of these ancient sequences might hold subtle influences, quietly regulating other genes, or waiting for rare, specific conditions to stir a gentle, partial awakening. This whisper of hidden capability, this sense of unexplored potential within your own cells, is a beautiful mystery, a reminder that the story of life is always unfolding, always revealing new layers of complexity and unexpected purpose. Your genome is not a finished book, but a living, evolving narrative, full of both known wonders and delightful waiting secrets. Much like a vast, unexplored garden whose most beautiful blooms are yet to reveal themselves. As you now prepare to cross the threshold into the deepest, most restorative slumber, allow all these intricate ideas to settle softly within your mind, like motes of dust finding their perfect resting place. Recognize that your entire being is a masterpiece of both profound order and gentle mystery. There is an inherent, unyielding wisdom woven into your very DNA, guiding its endless processes with silent, unwavering precision. Yet there is also boundless freedom, intricate complexity, and a capacity for adaptation and transformation that transcends any simple set of rules. This harmonious blend of the predictable and the wonderfully unpredictable is the very essence of life, a delicate, enduring dance. Let any lingering thoughts, any small worries that might still cling to the edges of your awareness, simply dissolve like mist in the morning sun. Allow yourself to release all effort, all striving, all the little rules and expectations that guide your waking hours. Surrender completely to the profound, natural tendency of your body and mind to find their deepest state of rest, a state where every cell, every molecule, every quiet genetic ghost can find its own serene repose. Just as a calm river flows effortlessly to the sea, and a delicate flower unfurls according to its inner blueprint, allow yourself to drift, unburdened and at peace. This is the ultimate invitation to rest, the gentle letting go, the quiet acceptance of your own inherent design, and the profound trust in life's natural healing cycles. Embrace the stillness that surrounds you, the soothing rhythm of your own breath, and the comforting knowledge that you are safe, secure, and profoundly connected to the vast, ordered, yet infinitely diverse tapestry of existence. Feel the comfort of your own resilient nature, knowing that even the oldest, quietest parts of your being contribute to your present peace. Drift now, carried by this deep, all-encompassing knowing, into a deep, dream-filled slumber, where the quiet algorithms of peace and renewal will softly guide your way, nurturing your being in its silent, timeless journey, until the gentle light of morning calls you softly back to the surface, completely restored and ready for the new day's unfolding story.